to A Shot of Facts. This is your girl, Deja Renee, and this episode is a shot of Black love with Miss Karla Davis-Luster. Now, Miss Karla is a Chicago native entrepreneur and author. She has her own fashion line. She leads a think tank for small business owners to network and collaborate. And she is also the author of The Woman Tells, which is a fictional novel about Black love and relationships. So, Miss Karla, how are you doing today?
I am doing well. I thank you, and I appreciate the opportunity to be on your podcast, Asia. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I love interviewing entrepreneurs and especially, well, Black women that we
Mhm.
should all look up to. And so, one of my first questions to you, since you wrote a novel about Black love and relationships, what is your perspective on Black love?
My perspective on Black love, and I've been asked that question quite a bit, is that it's some of the most connected, and when you find it and it's true and it's real, it's some of the deepest kind of love that I've seen. My novel is just it's not put together of my life, but it's based on, I've done like interviews. I've been around a lot of couples all my life. It's just like a collaboration of a lot of information. Just watching couples. I've watched interracial couples. I've watched all races, and not to take anything away from any other races, but when you have that Black love, it seems like it's just so deep, and it's just connected. And we as a people have like struggled and went through so much. And when you find two people that connect and meet and just can do those things, I think that it's a very sincere thing, and it's like a deep rooted spiritual thing. So I guess that's why I just love Black love. So.
I do. But do you feel like there is a strain or a disconnect when it comes to Black love? Because I hear a lot of people talk about how, Black love isn't the same anymore in comparison to other generations. And like this generation of men doesn't do this, and this generation of Black women don't do that. So, what is your opinion about the disconnect that it seems when it comes to Black love in the new, or I guess current generations?
We've lost and I don't want to say everyone. I mean, because this doesn't. I
Right.
mean, nothing that we will say will apply 100% across the board. And I'll just, put that out there. I think, and when you do see a disconnect, it's because we've lost some of the 5 key things that I talk about in the book, and I think they put it in my press release. We've lost the respect. We're not respecting each other. We're doing anything. It's like this open kind of relationship. I do whatever. We show up, and you're with this person, and then I leave with you. Or we're not honest. We're not really telling and showing our true feelings. I talk about that in my book, kind of like a rehearsed behavior, like on your best behavior, and really you're not, just doing the key things: honesty, respect, loyalty, just being loyal, and the communication piece. So all of that, when you're not doing all those things, you're not communicating, and you're not doing the things that help to build and keep the relationship going, that's where you have the disconnect. I mean, I could keep going on and on and on about different things that we don't do. I'm just hoping that, through this novel, people see all the different things that we're doing wrong. How do we get, the real thing back?
So,
So,
what is your opinion on ways that we can get the real thing back?
um, just doing some of the things that I said. I think the biggest thing with a couple is the communication and honesty, and just you need to know yourself first. You need to know, what are the things that you like? What are the things do you expect out of a relationship? What are the deal breakers? What are some, the pros, the cons, the do's, the don'ts? And I think those things, once you know what you want, you need to share them with your partner. And your partner, hopefully that they, or your spouse, or whatever you're calling them these days, needs to do the same thing. And if by chance, if you sat down next to each other and you listed out everything that you wanted and this person wanted, and you see that your list is like miles away from what this person wanted, you're not connecting.
Right.
But if you can find some kind of similar ground or common ground on there, not everything is going to be 100%, then I think you got a chance and a shot at making it.
Yeah, I honestly feel like people do not communicate like you say. And overall with relationships, a lot of people don't even really know themselves either to even determine what they want out of a relationship overall. Especially now that I see with, I'll say my generation, how social media is such a huge thing with online dating, especially. A lot of people, and self myself included, I feel like it's so many options now, especially when it comes to online dating, that no one is taking anyone serious anymore. On top of everyone is super judgmental, and then that's where all the, the judgment on black men specifically don't do this, and then black women don't do that. Like social media really puts a strain on relationships as well.
I tell you, Deja, if and that's funny that you should say that. Black women don't do this, black men don't do that. But I think if you took a poll and went to every nationality or race that's around, you're gonna find the same thing somewhere in there. I think that there's a lot of stress and pressure put on black women, black men. Either one. The expectation is up here, but everyone else, they're down here and they can get away with this or get away with that. Prime example with women, and I can speak about black women because I am one, is that, when we're talking and we're expressing ourselves, we come across as aggressive and angry and this, that, and the other. It could very well just be that, hey, the way I talk, I express, I'm like authoritative, and I understand and I know myself and I'm confident. So why does it have to be aggressive rather than I'm just confident in myself, So I think the expectations on us is too high.
I also think with that, it's kind of stereotypes as well too that plays a part of that. The angry black woman trope, or I can't even really think of none for men right now, but I know the angry black woman trope is such a huge problem when it comes to dating as a black woman, because a lot of people can take, even if you date interracially, a lot of people will take whatever you say as you being defensive or as an insult. Or you can even take this beyond romantic relationships, and let's say in the work role or any type of just relations that you have with people. A lot of times with stereotypes, what we say can be misconstrued because, I don't know, stereotypes, they just don't understand where you're coming from. But I really noticed that a lot, and I have to make it a conscious effort to make sure I don't sound like I'm aggressive, but at the end of the day, they're going to believe whatever they want to believe.
Absolutely. And you may say something and someone has gotten offended and it's like, oh, she was aggressive. And you like, what? I was just stating a fact and hadn't even thought about that in that realm, Right. So, I don't know if we'll be able to change that, I look at it as it's kind of a shame that we have to basically, come out of acting like we would normally act or act, beyond ourselves because we're trying to please and fit in and stuff like that. I just hope that we get to a place where everyone can be accepted for whom they are. Be it, my culture is like this, yours is like this. I accept yours, accept mine for what it is.
Definitely.